Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Stephanie, and on today's episode, we're making mini Pavlovas. Now, if you're not sure what that is, they're these little egg white, they're not a cookie, but anyway, you'll see. It's gonna be good. This is perfect for like a Mother's Day or brunch, something that you wanna just do something a little special. I'm gonna show you how to do it, and we're gonna see how I screw everything up. Okay, so it's been a minute since I have made a pavlova. Normally, you'll see them in like as a big cake kind of thing, but we're gonna make little small miniature ones, perfect for a single serving. Now to start that, we need 6 eggs separated. Now, I don't trust myself to separate eggs sometimes. So I like to do 2 little bowls like this, and then I'm just gonna dump the, shoot, I need the white. Come here, little fella. Okay, there we go. We need the egg white in the mixing bowl, not the yolk. All right, five seconds in and I've already screwed stuff up. Okay, let's try this again. Second egg. Again, I'm just going back and forth. There's 1,001 ways to do this. Look at those yolks though. They're so orange and beautiful. All right, I'm gonna keep doing this and then I will see you in just a second. I will show you one trick. Now these are room temperature eggs. So if you have a hard time doing the back and forth, you can just crack the egg in a bowl and then with your hands, pull the egg white or the egg yolk out. And you might have to go back and forth, but it just slides right out. Usually, not always. Now you do not want any yolk in your egg white because that will prevent it from whipping up, and we want it to whip. Whip it good. Crack that. Oh my God. Guys, I can't be trusted. There we go. 6 egg whites in. I'm gonna clean up my mess real fast because this is disgusting. Now, for this, you're definitely gonna want a stand mixer because your arm will get tired. If you don't have a stand mixer, you can use a hand mixer, but you don't want to do this by hand. It will take you 100 years and you'll end up, you know, like a Popeye arm. Unless you're into that, then you go for it. Okay, so we need to beat this on medium-high speed until soft peaks form. Okay, so a soft peak, I always teach my students when I've made meringues. When I've made macarons. Oh my God. Okay, anyway. Okay, so this is a soft peak. So think about, I always say bird beaks equals stiff beaks equals bird beaks. Soft beaks, well, I mean, it kind of looks like a bird beak too, but it's just soft and droopy, okay? But it still holds somewhat of a shape. Now we are going to add our granulated sugar. So again, on high, we're gonna just slowly pour this in until we get to stiff peaks, which is gonna take probably about 10 minutes. Okay, it's been about 5 minutes, not 10. And I just wanna check it. And if we're good, then we can stop here. And it looks like we are. So a stiff peak makes a bird beak. So it's very like straight. I can rotate it. Now granted, don't look at the little tiny tip. I'm talking about this main part right here. So you've got your nice stiff peak. It's not going anywhere. So now, get all that off. We are going to stir in, we don't want to lose all of our fluff here. We're going to stir in, how much of this? It's a half a tablespoon of lemon juice, 2 teaspoons of cornstarch. Hello. And the cornstarch is just going to help with stability. And then I need to add a half a tablespoon of vanilla. I'm just going to do like a little splash. And I'm gonna get it all over the dang place. Okay, guys, if you've been here long enough, you know that I can't be trusted in the kitchen. Okay. So I'm just folding this in, which basically is just a gentle stir. So I'm going around. Okay. That looks good. Now you have a couple options on how to bake this or decorate it. Not decorate. I don't know what I'm talking about anymore. We're gonna do it 2 different ways because not everybody has piping bags and piping tips. So I'm gonna show you one way with the piping bag and piping tip, and then the other way I'm just gonna show you like if you just wanted to spoon it out, make a more like organic look. So this is a 16 or 18-inch bag. I have a star tip, which this is a Nateco 845. You can also do like a Wilton 1M. I'll put all that in the bottom. If you like to nerd out about things like that. All right, so I put my tip at the end of my bag. So I've not cut anything off. I'm gonna take my scissors and I'm just gonna score it. And then you can just pop that off. No trying to do anything weird and crazy. And then I just fold this down to make a collar. And you can either put your hand in there and hold it, or you can just get a cup. And then I like to just fold this down on top of itself like this. And that just prevents any of the stuff from coming out the bottom of the tip. Okay. Now, if you wanted to make meringues, those little cookies, it's basically the same recipe, same steps. Okay. I think that might be good. Let's see how many we get. Okay. And then to take it off your cup, you're just gonna pull it out like that. Shake it down, and then you're just gonna make an L with your hand and then just put the end of that in the L, and then you're gonna squeeze from the back. You're not gonna squeeze from the top, or the bottom, I should say. Squeeze from the back of the bag going forward. I've got 2 cookie sheets, and I've just lined this with a silicone mat. You could use parchment paper. I just like this because it just makes it so much easier when you're doing things that you do not want to stick to your pan. Now I'm just gonna make, let's see, I'm gonna see if I can get 6 out of here. So we're gonna do little small ones. So I'm just gonna start in the middle and just make like a rosette. And then I'm just gonna come back around to make like a, just a little bit taller. And then the next method, and then I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna do with this in a second. We'll see how many I get. Okay, so I'm gonna use my cookie scoop with the green handle. And then we're gonna put 6 on here. Let's see. I might be able to add. It's probably too much. Okay, so now what I want to do to give this more of like an organic feel, I'm just gonna take my spoon and just kind of trying to keep the circle shape, but then I'm just gonna move it around. I mean, there's really nothing fancy. You can do your own method here. And then I'm just gonna swirl my spoon in the middle to create like a little well. So I'm just bringing, let's flatten this out a little bit. I'm just bringing my spoon down and creating these little lines on the edge. And again, it's been many years since I've done a pavlova, but they're such a nice, like airy dessert. You can mix it with lemon curd, or when it's done baking, you can top it with lemon curd, whipped cream, fresh fruit. It's just a really lovely dish. And minus all the sugar, it's a low calorie dessert. So I'm just spreading this out just a touch. And then I'm just going from the bottom up to create these little lines. And then I'm going in the middle to create a little well. And that's where we're gonna put all our filling for our meringues. So again, making the lines and then just making a little well. Now for these other ones, because there's pretty much a well already, I'm just gonna go ahead and just open it up just a little bit more. Okay, so now we're gonna bake these. They're gonna bake in a 225-degree oven for an hour and 15 minutes. Then we're gonna turn the heat off, and then we're gonna let them sit in there for an additional 30 minutes, and that'll help dry them out and get them nice and crispy on the edge. You don't wanna continue like opening and closing your oven door because that's gonna release all the heat. So put them in there, let them sit. Now I've got 2 racks or 2 trays. So I am gonna rotate it like halfway through. That way the bottom doesn't get too done on one and the top doesn't get too done on the other. So I will be back in an hour and 15 minutes. Our pavlovas have come out of the oven and they're nice and crispy. I don't know if you can hear that. Now, one thing with these, if it's humid, then they will soften. So don't put them near humid areas. Don't put them in the fridge, things like that. Now, there's a couple ways to decorate these. I have some lemon curd that I'm gonna fill and then put fruit. And I also have some whipped cream. You can really do anything. If you are gonna decorate these for an event or something like that, you wanna do it towards the end right before you serve it, because the moisture from the curd or the whipped cream will make the pavlovas soften and you won't get that crispity crunch that is synonymous with pavlovas. But they turned out so good. I wanna break one apart. This one looks kind of ugly. I don't know what happened. I don't know if I stuck my glove in there, but it's got a nice like marshmallowy, crispy crust, but it's super soft on the inside. Oh my gosh, guys. It's so good. Obviously, you're gonna eat this with a fork. But if you wanted to make some cute meringues, you could do that. It's basically the same process. But anyway, we're gonna decorate these up. We're gonna enjoy a Mother's Day brunch. Oh, if you wanna learn how to make the lemon curd, just click up here and then I will have a video link for that. Okay, so I've got them all dressed up. They're ready for enjoyment. I did the big ones, I put whipped cream in, and then the little ones I did lemon curd. I don't know which one I want to try. Maybe I'll try this. I want a little one. I don't want a big one. I'll try this little one with the lemon curd, and then we'll take a bite of this one with the whipped cream. Whoops. But you hear that? It's got that little crunch to it. Come here, little fella. Oh. Yeah, it's just a light and airy dessert. The lemon curd definitely does, you know, kick it up a notch, but it's so good. All right, let me wipe this off so I don't get any lemon flavor. Oh my goodness, I'm making a mess, guys. I don't know, I think I like the lemon curd better. It kind of cuts the sweetness. We'll let you decide. Anyway, I hope you make this. Let me know again if you have any questions, and we will see y'all next week. Bye. Barongs. Oh my God.